Ireland absolutely thump Italy, 36-0. The try right at the end was disallowed. Could have been in the 40 points to nil. Just an out-and-out thumping. An outright thumping. It was kind of to be expected. I tipped Ireland to win 13 plus and Dan Sheehan to score 2 tries, and he did. I didn't put that bet on, so I didn't make anything from it. Maybe someone else did. We kind of saw, I think most people saw this coming. Ireland just suffocating Italy in attack and defense. The yellow card to Minicello I think it was in the second half. That didn't help Italy at all. Tripping? That's the second trip yellow card that we've seen. Yes, I think it is, yeah, that we've seen the Six Nations. And then a lot of errors from Italy as well when they did have the ball in hand. And that doesn't help. When you're playing against a world-class side like this Irish team, you can't afford to make any errors. I said in the preview, they're going to have to throw the whole kitchen sink at Ireland, and I still don't think they would make it or beat them. And yeah, they didn't. 36-0. We're going to get straight into it. Ireland, I'm going to go on Ireland first. Man, they attack. They get straight into their structure. No matter who they're playing against, they get straight into that structure. So many options for the ball carrier. Ball carrier has that. He's got the short. He's got the inside ball. He's got an out the back ball. He's got himself, obviously, as an option. It just sets up that player who has the ball. He's got so many options. He can make that many decisions. It makes his life easier. Because when he looks up, okay, he's got ball in hand. He has to look up what's happening. He knows exactly where everyone is. He then reacts off what the defense is doing. Sometimes the defense will shift straight off that guy because they think he's just going to play the tip on. Dummy, and you can go straight through. As a fluff, it gives you so much options. You got looking at what's in front of you, that many options. You know exactly where your players are, and you're just reacting off the defense, waiting for that defense to make a decision, and then you go off that. Man, and that interplay between backs and forwards is beautiful. It's great to watch. Like I said before, it doesn't matter who's playing where or who's in what position at what phase. Everyone knows exactly where to go, the timing of it, players in motion, be an option, and they know what to do, react. Their reaction time is great as well. The first opportunity they got on attack, Crowley scores after 13 phases. It just shows, like, they're not desperate. They don't get desperate. They don't do silly things. They build their phases. They're patient on attack. And when it does come up, I think it's Casey, the 9, drew nicely. Picked the ball up, drew that first player, and Crowley straightened up nicely. Great. And then just obviously their efficiency at breakdown as well when they've got the ball. Like, yes, building phases and being patient, that's one thing. But if you're turning the ball over, your ruck speed time is just, if it's quick, makes it so hard for the defense to set and then push up. So their turnover on ruck time is just like this. I think it's under 3 seconds or around 3 seconds. That ball, boom, is out. Defense, you've got no time to set. And then you still need to push up and put them under pressure. Ireland put teams under pressure by having that fast ruck speed. It's because they're so efficient at ruck time. The ball carrier who's taking ball into contact, he's quick, he's good with his place, a nice long place. He works in contact down, long place. Cleaners are straight over the ball. And the 9 is obviously, boom, straight there and playing that ball out. They stretch that Italian defense nicely, like they did with Ireland as well. I mean, with France, stretch them nicely. And it's with all those back players. They're not just passing the ball, like just hands. There's always someone coming back at the line. He's used as a dummy run. There's someone out the back. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. And like they did with their first try for Sheehan in the corner, stretched. Oh, it's the second try, sorry. Stretched. And Sheehan dots it. I almost thought he got held up there for a second. I don't know what. He tried to go through Angie Caposo's legs, but scored in the corner. And just their execution as well it's pinpoint. And most of the time, 80%, 90% of the time, that ball is right here in the breadbasket. Good passing. It's beautiful. That one where the Henshaw try that was disallowed for double movement, it was double movement, but that was 23 phases. 23 phases. That just shows their patience on attack and their execution at ruck time. They don't care how long it takes. They're going to get there. Think quickly. You'd rather be attacking for 23 phases than defending. And they are like, and there's no rules around it. You can have the ball for as long as you want. And Ireland, they take that on. They're like, I want to keep the ball forever. You make all the tackles. No team wants to defend all the time. Even someone like Jamie George for England said they love defending. Yeah, you love it. Not all game, boy. Not all game. You want to run with the ball. You want to run with the ball. And Ireland do that really, really well. I thought James Lowe played that try of his. Such a powerful winger. He got the ball kind of stop-start. And when he decided to go, he's quick. He's pretty quick off the mark and strong in tackle. I think he had 2 or 3 guys on him. And what I loved is he always had the ball open for an offload. If he was going to get stuck, it was there to give. But he scored it in the end. And I also think they left a few opportunities out there. Obviously, Henshaw's try was disallowed. There's a few times where there was a little handling error or the timing was just off. Yes, there was a couple of new guys that come into play. It's not their strongest 15. But, yeah, there was a couple of points left out there. And a couple of times they got isolated at rucks. Sometimes that's what can be kind of the con of having there's pros and cons to the way they play. The con of having that tip-on ball. So if you tip on, sometimes that player there could get isolated at ruck time. The ball could get turned over. Great hands and interplay for Nash's try on the one corner as well. Sucked Italians' defense in. And they're not just hands, but having players running those shorts, those decoy lines out the backs, coming from depth, players in motion, and Nash cutting in to score that try is beautiful. I thought on defense, McCarthy, he was just everywhere and reading the defense really well, shooting out the line because Italy were also trying to play their style or impose their style of play on Ireland when they did have the ball and play the out-the-back balls. But McCarthy was just reading that beautifully, jumping through and squashing that player there with the ball, swims past that defense nicely and makes that tackle, that ball and all tackle. Great line speed. Like I said, they were smothering Italy on attack and defense. Every phase kind of just pushing up and pushing Italy back. They did resort to a few cross kicks and chip kicks that didn't really work out. I thought both kickers struggled a bit at the start. Crowley wasn't hitting it nicely, that good off the tee at all. He missed a couple. But he scored a try. He did kick 1 or 2 conversions, I think it was. So he helped my fantasy team because I needed it. And then standout players for me for Ireland, Joe McCarthy was absolutely everywhere. I didn't catch who won man of the match, but he was everywhere. He's a great player. Dan Sheehan, again, busy as always. I called 2 tries for him. He scored 2. Busy. Of course, I didn't get on the bet. But he was great. And then someone like James Lowe as well. Good, strong. Obviously, they use his left foot really well. And he's a good attacking threat. And I thought Jack Crowley, another little confidence booster this game for him. Maybe not so much with his kicking off the tee, but he was running the ball nicely. Even then when he got moved to fullback, running the ball nicely and just being confident with ball in hand. That's dangerous for every other team. Good for Ireland. Onto Italy, there's not much you can say. They got 36 points put on them. With their attack, they showed glimpses at times, but Ireland's defense was just smothering them. I thought they were very, very flat on attack. So rushing passes and then getting smothered with the ball or pushing a pass that wasn't there. Montejuani threw a couple of haymakers out the back. But that's what happens when you're getting smothered. We've got to do something here. Throw a skip pass and the ball goes 4 meters backwards. Defense, I thought that Fischetti, the prop, did really well at kind of picking his rucks. Got a turnover there once or twice. Also very strong in his tackling. And Lamaro, the captain as well. Just workhorse, man. I think he got through 1,000 tackles. He stole a few balls at ruck time as well. And like I said with Vischetti, Lamaro picks his rucks really well. Those isolated ones, he's right in there and steals the ball nicely. Not much it was good to see Angie Caposo back on the field. He's elusive, man. He's so good. He's nothing of him. He's so small, but when he pins his ears back, it's a beautiful sight, man. His hair's flowing, and he just guns for it. There's a couple of times he got smoked, he got pumped in the tackle, but I just love it. Doesn't matter. He steps and just runs for it. He needs to be on that field all the time, and they just need guys inside of him to make a bit of space for him. But they've got the players there. Just need that consistency to be playing full 80 minutes, not just in patches. Their defenses need to stay connected. But again, you're playing against Ireland that are second best in the world at the moment, up there with the best. The best, yeah. One of the best teams in world rugby at the moment. Their defense is on point. Their attack is on point. So it's tough. This was going to be a tough ask. I said, even if Italy had the kitchen sink to throw at this game, it was going to be a tough hill to climb. And they didn't. 36-0. Angie Caposo was my standout for Italy. He did really well on his first game for this year's Six Nations. And that's pretty much it. What did you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.